From just off the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touch. We'll begin things at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. If you look at this Browns defense, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now they go screen. It's complete. A little juke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Black swap.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Throwing now is Lance.
And this one is incomplete.
The Browns at 4-5, a game under 500, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now a dump off here complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their 2nd drive here to ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
Down the right sideline. He may go. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down to
two, so close. It's a big play there for Baltimore. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete to Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And Lance now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Up the middle they go. It's Palmer. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They run a draw here on second down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Third down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. After one, 7-3 the score. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now a play fake. Lance. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Fights off the defender. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 42.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready, break. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Lance. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Everything's going right here in this 1st half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
He'll try again, and this time he's in for a Raven touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Browns 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Come on, set. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Lance.
His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here we go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
And Lance going to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Tucker now to add the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Browns 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Here we go. Clock, 10. 10 cycles. Ready?
Lance now on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Drill, 52.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff up the middle. Palmer. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Open man is Kirk, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 30.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Trouble, 38.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Elijah Moore. It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Black Ultra.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing now is Lance. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian Kirk, a 9-yard touchdown Brown. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10.
Browns 10.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. To the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. blitz on the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now a give right side. It's Palmer. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Slide, 97. Ready?
On play action, Lance rolling to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And Lance now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
York able to send this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
As large as the air attack has gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, middle. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Sit up.
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down now, it's Palmer, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now they'll pitch it out here, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Browns 13. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
On the set.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Shot, 17.
Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd down, here's Lance. That's taken in by Palmer.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
To throw, it's Lance.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Alrighty. Ready, shot. Hey, hey.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Dobbins.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Browns 13. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2nd and 10.
Ready?
The Lance going to throw. That's caught by Mingo, right side.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
That's caught at the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Browns 20. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the...
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Set, hut.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Got it.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll run on 1st down. It's Palmer. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
136 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check pink.
They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. And now they're in the hurry up. On 1st down, it's Palmer. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Now Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Come on.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
One final try now for Lance.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 18.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Baltimore, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.